Hello, internet friends. My name is Bay. It is quite early in the morning, and welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail, my MSQ adventure. We are about to crest the halfway point, according to multiple sources, and considering what just happened in the previous chapter, this one is definitely, as even the title suggests, it is quite the pitch shift. I was wondering if this is going to be where it all starts to change, or at least adjusts, considering what we've been doing so far. So if you have been enjoying and following along either live or on the archived version, there is plenty more to watch if you'd like watching and hang out with why I do RPGs. Got Final Fantasy XVI, 7 Remake, 7 Rebirth, with a full completionist playthrough on normal mode, and then even the hard mode platinum trophy run as well. So there's even more Final Fantasy, just like hundreds of videos if you want to watch more. But for now, we move on to quest number 50, Road to the Golden City. Ketanram, living legend and Eorzean explorer extraordinaire, would like to chat.
This ain't no place for a proper chat. McCabin's just north of the city. Blue Eyes Adobe, as people here call it on account of me dazzling twinklers.
We will head to Blue Eyes Adobe. So we resolved quite a bit, like all of a sudden in the story in the last couple of quests. So now comes that, like, okay, where is it going to go now? Or what's the big change going to be? Or obviously we know, if you've been watching the live letters, they kind of give some of the game away. We know Heritage Found and I almost said Sector 9, but that's a movie. Solution 9 is on the horizon. But after that, who knows? The 6th zone has now, historically the last 2 expansions at least, been a very like, oh goodness moment, right? So you had like the Ezim step was like not the same kind of a feel, but when you got to the Tempest and Shadowbringers, you were like, oh. And the same thing with Ultima Thule in Endwalker. Oh. So what's this gonna be? Very curious. The man values his privacy. Rather humble residence for a legendary explorer. I would have expected a manor decorated with exotic treasures. I've heard that upon Ketanram's disappearance, explorers from across Eorzea banded together in search for him. I doubt they ever what? Never thought to look here. That's probably why he has a pretty humble abode. I wonder how long it's been since he settled down here. Well, he's been missing for almost 80 years or so, or 80 years?
Not but 4 walls and a roof, but enough for most folks. Make yourself comfortable.
Suppose we shall. Why did you choose to settle down in Mamuk? They haven't exactly been welcoming to outsiders, legendary explorer or otherwise.
All the more reason to keep a weather eye on them. Though, seeing how we've won him over, methinks I have less need for vigilance. I'm here at Galul Jaja's behest to ensure his hard-won peace is kept, and incidentally, to remind Zerilja of his duty as a lector, should he have forgotten it.
Well, that's fair. My old man ordered you to stay here. That's no way to treat an honored guest.
I'd say I'm more than your father's guest by now. Or didn't you see the sepulchre atop Warcourt Zormor?
That's right. Ketanram was one of the names. Yep.
Your father and I fought shoulder to shoulder in many a battle, Valgarmanda being but one of our triumphs. He and I are brothers. So when your brother tells you to stand watch, you stand watch. You trust in his judgment, his strength of will. Even if it means you have to sit out the occasional scrap. Surely you understand such a bond, surrounded as ye are by all these bright and eager faces.
I do. My comrades are my strength, and thanks to them, I understand Papa's hopes for this nation. What I must continue to protect.
Then proves your readiness for the throne, Wuklamot. Find the Golden City.
Well, that's what the quest says, so I'm sure we'll find out. Oh, I will. With these ones beside me, even uncovering the legend should be child's play. Well, the maps do, like, point to the location to go. From a player standpoint, it's always the fun part about these big turns in 14 is like, we don't know where it is. Where is it? We've been searching for it for hundreds of years. And the Warrior of Light walks in, it's like, it's right there. Everyone's like, oh my god! Especially since I believe I already have. Oh, has Cryo pieced together the puzzle? All by yourself? How? When? Well, as you know, electors are forbidden from giving unfair advantage to claimants. So, when Hanun Ruk refused to divulge why my grandfather passed through Ixbrach 20 years ago, his silence spoke volumes. You think Galloff's visit had something to do with the Golden City? Precisely. Moreover, only the Yakhui who lived in Yaktel ever dreamt those golden dreams. When exposed to certain triggers, those with magical aptitude have been known to receive visions. Oh, does Galloff have the Echo? And if Gefurler's abilities are at all representative, the Yakhui are no stranger to the arcane, which means the dreamers of Eld likely owe their experiences to their inherent qualities and their proximity to the city itself, here in these forests. All we need to do is search Yaktel from top to bottom, right? From top to bottom, without flight. All right. It would behoove us to try a narrower focus. To that end, I will return to Mamuk and make inquiries. Oh my god, Final Fantasy XIV, come on! While there, we can all take the opportunity to see to any necessary tribal preparations. When everyone is ready, let us assemble at the Aetheryte. As much as I love this game, there is definitely an archetype of quest that just continually... Ah. You're Kasiwa's boy, aren't you? Kachiwa? I forgot how he pronounced it. There's too many damn names in this expansion.
She told me about you.
She said...
She said tasked you finding the Golden City.
Said she. Little dyslexia there. Said she tasked you finding the Golden City. What, like 80 years ago? How old is Aaronville?
I
might even succeed despite my best efforts. I had begun to think it was a fool's errand, my own fruitless search. And my youth proved as much. How the hell old do Vieira get?
Here you are, older and wiser, playing the fool again.
Courtesy of the company I've been keeping, perhaps. Wuklamot's not the only one to have grown thanks to her comrades. We'll find it together. Don't worry, fellow bun boy. We have to find it because we want to finish the MSQ.
Heh. Was I ever that young?
It's still a cool reveal, though. I don't know how much Ketanram was actually set up in earlier expansions, though. I know the name wasn't totally new when it was brought up. Little bun boy hip movement. I give him the hand on hip. He gives me the hand on hip. And then we dip, we dip, we dip. Sorry, goodness gracious. Good morning, Zumi. Sorry, I record a lot of the stuff that I stream. So I normally don't just immediately look at chat when I'm in a cutscene. He understands. Also, it's 5:30 in the morning. I know I'm here early because I went to bed early because the last few days have been like 12 to 14 hour days. So I was absolutely wiped out. I had dinner last night, and by 8 o'clock I was like dead. So we're starting early today, and starting early today helps because I have to go across town, do like an hour of driving today to go pick up my new glasses. These are finally getting replaced. These lasted through film school. They have been on my face for many a year, and they are donezo. So today is new glasses pickup day. How do I sleep so easily? I'm not sure. I mean, I've been doing streaming now for well over a decade, streaming and content creation. And since I do pretty much 95% of it myself, I had more help in the before times, but the pandemic changed many a thing. I now basically have to do everything myself. So obviously streaming and the recording and the uploading and the YouTube archiving and the graphic designing. So some days after doing all that and setting videos for days and days and doing all the social media stuff, even though really is nothing like it used to be when I stopped playing World of Warcraft, I have fun doing it because I've played so many great games over the past, like, going on 2.5, 3 years now. Compared to when I was only playing World of Warcraft 6 days a week, I couldn't do anything besides World of Warcraft for so long. Just some days it's just, it hits me and I have dinner and then I catch up on some YouTube or some anime and then I'm out. And then 6, 7, 8 hours later, I wake up. I don't usually set an alarm. I sleep until I wake up. That's usually how it goes. I don't know. That's how there's no secret. I just work a lot and then sleep. Some days, though, I definitely sleep like 8, 9, 10 hours, and that's almost worse. Oversleeping is just as bad as undersleeping sometimes, so. Yeah. Maybe my forehead has a lot of real estate on it, so it takes up a lot of pillow, and it likes to, you know, it keeps me like locked down. I don't know. It magnetizes. Keeps me in bed. Yep, because my cat surely shit doesn't. Because my cat definitely will start kicking me and attacking me and putting his nose in my nose, and it's time to wake up. So. I don't have an alarm clock, but I have an alarm clock. Oh, there you go. There's a little trip down memory lane, I guess. You waited for me. Seems Kettenrem knows my mentor, so we chatted for a bit longer. Oh, that was just your mentor, not a parent? Alright, Aaronville. We'll peel back the layers of your proverbial personality parfait eventually. Elfino said to meet by the Aetheryte, so I'll see you there. Bum 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 bum. Just to have a little bit of 5:40 a.m. banter then. Zumi, how has your Dark Souls been going? I have popped in last few days and seen you playing not Dark Souls. Have you taken a break from being beaten up by the Watchtower gargoyles, or what are the bell gargoyles? I don't know if you actually beat them or not yet. And a follow-up question is, what's for breakfast, if you are partaking? Hello, friends. The merchants were more than happy to mend my gear and sell me supplies. One would hardly believe that they were ever adverse to aiding visitors. You wouldn't even believe how many Najul they gave me. I mean, gosh, living in a twilight canopied forest for the last I don't know, like 2 generations nearly, and only eating bananas. I guess like a generation and a half. And only eating bananas and banana byproduct probably make you a little ornery. Now all we need is a hint to point us in the right direction. City of Gold, here we come. I think I can offer that much. It's Bakul Jaja's mom and dad. I have an inkling of where the Golden City might be. Is it that way? Or is it that way? Alja and Zarelja, you've come to help us? Well, you have a lot to make up for. This freaking guy. As an elector, I'm forbidden from speaking of the Golden City, but my wife is beholden to no such constraints. Kind of seems like a dumb constraint then, don't you think? But anything you can tell us would be greatly appreciated. People have lived here for centuries. There's no corner of this forest we do not intimately know, save for one. Do you recall the place I showed you where my son confessed the truth to the blessed siblings? The stone pier stands at the entrance of the Skydeep Cenote. I smell a dungeon. I smell a dungeon. The final resting place for children we lost to our zealotry. Precious few are permitted beyond the cenotaph doors, and we have not explored its deepest recesses. If the Golden City is in Yaktel, it may be well hidden there. Will you permit us to search for it? Only if it's a dungeon. I have no reason to refuse you. No longer will we rely on blessed siblings, nor will we conceal the sacrifices made to conceive them. The cenote is no longer under our protection. It is a dismal burial ground, and our children deserve better. Their bodies will be moved to a place of comfort and peace. Oh, so no more weird, creepy water burials then. I'm sure Bakul Jaja would appreciate that, and we're here to offer any help if you need it. But it's so funny. A lot of the stories in Final Fantasy XIV are very simple, and how so many of them are just solved with like people not being assholes to each other. I mean, some of the best stories are the most simplest ones. They don't need to have layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. But sometimes it is a little bit funny when you look at it in retrospect. You're like, so everything you guys needed was just someone to talk to you and like be like, yo, you need some crops? No one talked to you in the last 80 years? Wow, who's the asshole? Us or them? It's like... Your father also visited the cenote, come to think of it. It was many years ago by now, but a notable affair due to the foreigner he brought with him. A mage, I believe. Grandfather Galuf? Truly? The Don servant did not disclose his reasons, but he descended past our cenotaph and into the Yokhoi quarries. This has got to totally be a dungeon, right? We had the 91 and 93. We're at the 95 dungeon now. Doubtless they're the very same ones excavated by Vorpalor's dreamers. The Golden City must be there. In the depths of the Skydeep Cenote. Okie dokie. Thank you, both of you. We'll set out straight away. You will find a winged beast and 2 lingering in Gokdrak descent. They will carry you below. I'm leaving you third promise. You'll make a magnificent dawn servant. Bye. Silly lizard people. This is it, everyone. To the Skydeep Cenote. But you had a 7 days to die competition you won. Oh, I have some community members that played a bunch of that game. I think I booted it up once or twice. I don't think it was not my cup of tea. You are making pancakes for breakfast? Oh, make sure you let that pancake batter rest. if you're even still here and not making the pancake batter. I only know it's only fresh in my mind. I watch a lot of food creator content, as I do enjoy the cooking. And like, I watch Sorted Food and Mythical Kitchen, and I watch a good amount here and there of Joshua Weissman. He can be a lot sometimes. And then like every video that Binging with Babish comes out with. So just recently he put out all the ways to mess up pancakes. And of course, these videos are a little bit silly if you've been cooking for a long time, but it's funny to see what a person very versed in food preparation and cooking and stuff does to break these down. Just recently he did one about like burgers and things too, but the pancake one was interesting. You have to make sure you gotta have that melted butter, gotta have room temperature ingredients. After you mix your dries and you mix your wets and you mix them all together, don't over mix, and then let the batter sit for probably about a half an hour to fully hydrate. You do like one last little whiskey whisk mixy mix together at the end there. I mean, you're good to go. Of course, you can probably make pancakes without doing all the tomfoolery, but it's just little things like that that I like to pick up. Like a little while ago, I started doing the fine mesh strainer whenever you make eggs for like omelets or baking, for example, or for making just like breakfast stuff. And straining eggs has been a eye-opening experience, which is pretty crazy. It just gets out some of the tougher egg protein bits that don't necessarily cook up nicely. But it's helpful. I don't know, little things like that go a long way. And I've been watching those kind of videos now for half my life. Not everything needs to get taken to heart and acted on immediately, but some of those things you pick up over the years just are helpful. That's why they're there. I'm gonna get aggroed by more of these damn butterflies. I've noticed that with Dawntrail, there's a lot of aggro range enemies right next to the paths while traversing, which is interesting. I'm not sure. I mean, when you're level 100, they won't aggro, but because your aggro radius will shrink. It is just a little strange that there's so many that are within aggro range at level. I thought there's really any scared. Like, mobs are not very scary. In 14, it is interesting though. There's really no reason to attack them either, because they don't drop anything, and they're not worth like any XP. So mobs are very strange in 14. They're just kind of there to just fill out space, unless they're rare mobs or something, or hunt mobs, things you get like hunt bills for example. It's probably the reason why they exist, is that you do this, and that's how you get real rewards for doing it. Ride the beast, the Skydeep Cenote. Yeah, caverns like this are wild. Very, very scary, because they stay up. I mean, some probably just collapse just, after years, but a lot of the times you're not... Oh. You're walking in them, and you're just like, they just stay up, because they don't just come crumbling down. This is the cenotaph, which means that beyond these doors is, right of succession or no, disturbing the souls that rest here feels wrong. I know, but I can't turn back. Let's pay our respects at the very least. Yeah. Here we go. Let's go. I'm ready to complete my journey. Who's gonna tell her we're on quest 50 of 100? We're halfway there. Who's gonna tell her? Wrong. The Skydeep Cenote. Indeed. Get some lore and then we'll jump in. I confess I anticipated my duty as a guide with no little weariness. I knew our journey might change the course of my nation, but I did not think it would change the course of my own life. Well, we're gonna have... We could have DPS Alphino, or we can have the Caster Girls. Probably the Caster Girls again. Cenotaphs are notorious for attracting malefic creatures. We must exercise all due caution. I don't know what's down there, but I'm eager to see it with my own eyes. Wook Evu, Mablu, so many people have helped us reach this moment. Let us honor their generosity and find the Golden City at last. Part of me is sad to see our journey end, but I have to see what's waiting for us in there. Again, who's gonna tell her? Who is going to tell her? Yeah. Oh, is Alphino only Sage right now? Oh, he's locked to Sage. He's not... Even though Wooklamot... So she can do damage as well.
I won't let you down.
Let's get to it.
So she could do damage. She has that yellowish tinged background, which means they're multi-classed. But Alphino for this is only a Sage. Interesting. I guess he's forced to help earlier as a DPS, even though I don't know how he does that without just like a arbitrary damage buff. So, all right. Let's do it. The Skydeep Cenote. This is Dungeon 3. Dungeon number 3. Ugh. Water would be vile. Nom 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 nom. Let's go, everyone. Skydeep Horrors. This has got some big Dark Souls Elden Ring vibes down here. Just lots of tree motif. Yeah, beneath the water. We won't forget these children. Not ever. Yeah, water burials. Oof, grim.
You underestimate me.
Very grim. Oh, that one got blasted faster than I thought. It would be nice if you could... Oh, well, when she's casting, you can, actually. Actually, no. It said she's casting on... No, she's target 4. So it actually doesn't... There we go. It said G that time. Yeah, it's quite grim. I thought that was like a mind flayer or something.
Hold still.
I guess that weird fish monster thing. Elza, you stated in stuff. She did, it's okay. This haunt thing's got a lot of health. Probably the most of the whole pack here. Get him, Elza.
Back off.
The feather ray. Looks like a species of ray. Whatever it is, we have to fight it. Indeed.
Hold still. You underestimate me.
Just to get away from everybody, I'm assuming. Oh, turn around. You all do a frontal cone, I see. Oh, producing bubbles. Oh, ow. We're in near territory now. Bubble bomb. How far are they gonna get pushed? Wow, almost one-shot me. Damn. Okay. This is the frontal cone thing. Oh no, now we're doing bubbles. That's kind of funny. Spitting bubbles at each other. That one's less impactful, I feel, than the frontal cone thing. Raid wide. Bubble bomb. So do anything if you touch them now? Okay. They move one space? They do move one space, okay. And that would have probably been the frontal cone again then. Didn't stand a chance. Everyone all right? Then let's proceed. Casting stuff. Woo! Not healing stuff. Ah! Oh, we're just dropping down. It's a long way down. Anime fall. Must have reached the Yakhoi quarters. Many spiders handle it? It's a lot of AoE, so I'm just gonna
You underestimate me.
AoE this down with everybody since they really don't AoE that much. I think Wooklamat has a little bit of AoE. And Alizé has a little bit of AoE here and there, but unless an ability they would do normally single targeting AoEs, they just don't. Trusts just don't really do that very often. The player does AoE rotations. All right. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Some cobras. And some rock. Oh. Watch out, Crowell. Can you actually do this to trusts? Nope. You can't actually move them. Maybe they feel like you would troll your trust companions. I think it might be the time with this expansion that I switch over to some more mouse over macros, so I don't have to actually target for shields, aqua veil, regen, Afflatus Solus. Once you're hovering like this, you can make mouse overs that work pretty well, apparently. Instead of hard targeting. Look at these statues. Rats? These are rats. Oh. Workers arise. Eliminate the rats. An impressive trap, I must say. The speaking stone said rats. These are rats. Are these supposed to be... These are the cool mobs. I think this is supposed to be like Yakhoi constructs. I think so. I like that model. It's neat. I was wondering where the rest of the mobs were. We were in a locked room. So we just fight in the room and more stuff spawns.
Back off! You underestimate me!
Get him, Wooklamat.
Silence. Our workers have fallen. Activate firearms.
Oh, is this thing called silence? This robot? Oh, it sockets in like it's Crag, whatever the hell the Ninja Turtles boss is called. Krang, right? The brain in the jar that sockets into the big robot. Krang. Little one just hopped right in. It can dream as big as it likes. We're still toppling it. This is a cool model. Look at this guy. There are lines on the floor.
How's this?
Yeah, Castor LBM. By enchanted sledge, intruders be gone. Be gone, be gone, be gone. It's gonna bounce. And it goes ricochet stuff? Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. I gotta look where it's gonna land. I see. The attacks reflect. I mean, there's Criterion bomb lines on the floor. It's Bomberman. Yeah, I've done Criterion. Almost completed the Savage version too. Well, I guess Criterion is tier 2 and Savage is tier 3. We've done the tier 2. Crumble beneath my full might. Die, die, die. Wow, that goes quite quick. Probably could just hide there to begin with. I think I just hide there right off the rip. Ancient artillery. Right here. Yep. This is very Criterion, actually. This boss in particular. The mirror maneuver. Check, can I just hide here to begin with? Yeah, so the other ones don't do anything. Okay. Okay. All right, we did it. Let's keep moving. Oh my goodness. Healing gear? Those are weird looking. Huh. I mostly always look to keep gear for a retainer. This is not the last dungeon where you want to farm it, but it's also for glam. Oh, we're starting to get... it's starting to fade in. I see. Neat. Now this is peculiar. You're telling me.
You underestimate me.
With a couple holies, then get back in there. I was wondering when that aesthetic was going to start bleeding in. That, like, that Solution 9 aesthetic.
Now I'll show you.
Clearly now-ish, I guess.
You underestimate me.
It's like purple Vex. Whoa. Okay. What is that? That golden light. Okay. Okay. Well, that's freaking cool. What a reveal that is. Wow. Look, Lamont, you're in the way. You goober. Hold on. What a reveal this is. That's freaking awesome. Very cool. Bum bum bum. We're two big robot boys. Okay, so that's too far for Glare. Glare 4's radius is like 2 mobs away from the tank, but not the third.
I have you now. You underestimate me. Take that.
Oh, that was a repeat piece of aiming gear. Cringe. Look at these things, man. All these big rock robots.
Hold still.
We're almost there, Emmett. Whoa! Sculptor of Silence. Maul Skull. Dude, he's way bigger right now than it looked like in the cutscene. What the heck? Maul Skull. The Sculptor of Silence. What? What the heck? Is a large man. Time to test our metal then. Oh, he's blasting chest lasers. Does some left rights. The big ground smashy smash. Oh, that can knock you. Wow. I thought I was right next to the blue. All right. Oh, okay. I guess I need to be right next to it and then do a an angle. That knocked me way farther than I thought. All right, damn. Getting right up on it. Yeah, I could have muted the knockback, of course, too. True. It may have been too early. No, we're good. Yeah, just get knocked corners. Maul work. Oh. Oh gosh, okay. That was cool. Get caught in that and you're done for.
This should do it.
Oh, it's left, right, and then... Oh, that left, right's after. Okay. Okay. Big smash, then left, rights. Almost died there again.
This should do it.
That knockback is wild far. Okay, going to the corner. And again, huh? Oh, and then into a raid wide, or a soak rather. Okay, more of the dodging stuff. Woo! So the first one is probably left, right, and that one is middle.
This should do it!
The left, rights are after.
On guard! On guard!
Get him, Alizé. That animation looked weird.
Hold still!
Right into the slam jam. There we go. Right into the level up. All right, damn. Okay. All right, damn. Damn, all right, damn. It is quite the vista right there. Yo, Medica 3 gets 25 more potency on the hot, and that's it. Which is mostly overheal. Let's go! Does look cool, though. Whee! Yeah, that's all it gets. Just 25 more regen. That's it. Which just kind of scales with our HP, more or less. Oh boy, I got the bow. That's kind of cool. Neat. Yeah. Neat. More decent materials. That light. Anvil? Then that must be... We must be very deep underground now. I've never seen a place like this before. Strikingly different from the rest of the cenote. Like, you think? You missed out on Red Mage Healer. Oh, wait. Can Alizé do Red Mage Healer in here? Because this one was not allowing... This one doesn't let Alphino do DPS. Do Sage DPS like the first dungeon. And if you come in here and you don't use Alphino, you can do Alizé Healer? What? Oh, other one then? That's fair. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm kind of okay with that. Sometimes it's a little bit weird, like making all-arounders, but they don't actually change. So doing sage damage is just... But in lore, in a lot of the game lore, you would always see groups, even the main group that OG Meteor was with, right? In 1.0 to 2.0, they had double tank, right? Just because it doesn't necessarily matter what they are. Like, the archetype of the character wasn't necessarily the big deal. It was just what weapons they used and how cool they looked. But they were running double tank. So I guess you double healer, but one healer, quote unquote, is a damage dealer, but not a healer specifically. I don't know. Vermedica 2, go. Yeah. Yeah. That's what they had? Well, we'll see. I mean, I'm healing all of these though, so I won't be able to slot myself into not the healer role. So something to do later, I guess. All right. Cutscene time for sure.
I thought this place was of Yokwi origin. But is this glowing stone their creation as well?
I don't believe so. I've never seen anything like it.
Then it's from an even older time. Don't tell me it's the Allagans again.
The Allagans were red, Alize. Their stuff was reddish and orange. This is purple. It's totally different.
While careful study would be required to confirm, it does not appear to be reminiscent of their designs.
It's also purple. Sorry. I'll shut up now. That's funny.
A golden light. Could it be?
There's something on the other side, but how do we get over there?
Oh. Well, that was easy.
That's how, apparently.
Right then. Let's go and take a look.
That is definitely something.
That seal. That's Charlian and no mistake.
How do we open it?
Come and look at this.
Oh,
Your tablets might be a good fit, wouldn't you say?
the tablets. Yep, yep, yep.
Leave it to Alfino.
In we go. Oh, cool camera trick. Yep, like it. Like it. Little camera pass transition. I like it. It looks like that scene at the end of Interstellar, kinda.
Is this it? The Golden City?
Also looks like the walk to Cerebro in X-Men. Just
Though
interesting.
there is some resemblance, it doesn't quite live up to what the Yokwi described from their dreams.
Well done. Well done indeed.
Was he following us? Hello.
You, my dear daughter, have found the entrance to the City of Gold and triumphed in the right of secession.
So we did it. We made it to the end.
Who's gonna tell her?
You seem more perplexed than joyous.
It's just... This place is unlike anything we've seen in Tural. Never mind the peculiar stone.
No.
So I am given to wonder, what exactly lies beyond that gate?
Nothing less than the Golden City of Legend, I assure you. The circumstance prevents us from opening the gate. As to what the city is and what Gall of Valdesium discovered all those years ago, this knowledge and more, I will share with you after your ascension. What you choose to do with it will be up to you.
The Golden City is real.
Well, it's not like Emmett would lie to us. Would he?
It took a while, but I finally found it.
Ha ha! Come, let us return to Tuliola.
Home at last.
Very neat. Very neat. About something Aaronville said, Bob? Or something that Emmett said? Yeah. On the Field of Flowers at the end of time before the last boss fight. Yeah. Emmett literally told us. Yeah. The Emmett told us about basically all the little teases that Yoshi P wants to do in the future. But outside of the game design line, the lore of it is that Emmett told us about the City of Gold. Yeah, I don't know the exact line. You have to pull up the cutscene. You could go pull up the cutscene in game at the Unending Journal or something like that to watch it. But yeah, so he told us about a few different things. One of them is City of Gold. Yeah, definitely did. Feels as though we have more questions than we set out with, but for now, returning in one piece is cause enough for celebration. That was wholly unlike what I imagined in my youth, since when did a place like that exist in Yogg-Toroll? Ah! I understand now why the students of Baldessian were petitioned. But what were my grandfather's findings, not only regarding that stone, but that gate? Yeah. Well, we've done it. We've seen Wuklamot to victory in the rite of succession. Like me, I expect you have no few questions about the Golden City. But they must wait until our claimant has settled into her new role. Even as we speak, she prepares the ascension ceremony back at the palace. I'm given to understand it will be held in a few days' time. In the meantime, let us enjoy some well-deserved rest. Another time where the game nudges you to do the role quest. Dawn of a new tomorrow. It's like the third time like a new tomorrow has cropped up in quests before. Interesting. Well, I think we'll keep that going. Decided to not weave the role quest in, maybe until close to the end. So we'll see how that works out. Closer to the end of everything, I suppose. It's also a lot of XP. It's probably useful on a different healer if I had to also guess. So maybe doing it that way would be more beneficial. Because each role quest will be well over 1 million plus XP, if not more, considering they're basically just side MSQ. So we shall move on. Oh, upon speaking with this Peshiqua, several cutscenes will play in sequence. See, it's weird. I talked about this before. Any of like the voiced cutscene oriented stuff usually always has a little header image. So I'm not entirely sure why that seems to not be always the case in this expansion. Because some of the heading quests are totally non-voiced at all. So, I don't know. But we shall move on to quest number 51, Dawn of a New Tomorrow. Peshiqua is beaming at you. Welcome back, and may I congratulate you on Wuklamot's victory in the rite of succession. It is our great honor to host the comrades of our future Dawn Servant. Such a grand journey has doubtless left you fatigued. Please relax and enjoy your stay. Oh, we are going to our room first? We go sleepy time in fully clothed, sleeping flat with shoes on. Sometime later. Oh, we're having some coffee. Having some breakfast? Knock, knock, knock. Oh. Surprised to see me. I suppose it's only natural. May I come in? Hit it with the nod, and then they're in. I haven't properly thanked you. That my sister was able to realize her potential is a testament to the quality of her traveling companions, particularly you. For that, you have my heartfelt gratitude. I only did as you might have in my position, or Wooklamot did all the work. I was just moral support. I mean, kind of. There have been only a couple of instances so far in the first half of this entire journey that our character has really ever been directly involved, which is fine. It's a change of pace considering the last 3 expansions we were hunted by a crazy man, time traveled, and then hunted by not hunted specifically, we hunted the thing that wanted to end all existence. Like, that was very much like our path from Stormblood to Shadowbringers to Endwalker. And now Dawntrail is like, we're just kind of here. Just like helping, and we're just sort of here. We're not really like the main character right now in comparison to the past 6 years. My primary business is My primary business in calling is to deliver a message from Lamachi. As you well know, after the Ascension ceremony, she will officially take up the mantle of Dawn Servant. She has expressed a desire for you to accept a post within her administration, while making no mention of me. You needn't decide immediately. My sister will broach the matter with you after the ceremony. Whether you continue to assist Lamachi or not is up to you. That is all, if you'll excuse me. Well, that can't be all that means. I'm sure Wooklamot wants you to help with technology and stuff in the future and evolving the city, but we'll see what that goes. You have become someone irreplaceable to her. As her brother, I acknowledge that with no little jealousy. But believe me when I say that I hope you will stay by her side. Whenever a story gets this dense into setting up a character, it always makes me wonder if something horrible is going to happen to them. Maybe not right now, but really kind of driving that in. And thus it arrived. The day of the Dawn Servant Ascension ceremony. So many peoples. My goodness.
What a crowd! As befits the changing of Dawn Servants.
It's starting.
The Dawn Servant!
Look! He's here!
Oh my goodness.
The head of reason is resting again. Thought he'd grace us for this occasion at least.
Well, we'll see about that, I guess.
People of Tuliolal, you honor us with your presence. For on this auspicious day, we witness the dusking of one era and the dawning of the next. The succession of dawn servants. But I've talked for long enough. Allow me to present a claimant whose determination, wisdom, and compassion guided them to triumph in the City of Gold. My daughter, Wook Lamont.
Huzzah! Huzzah! Long live the Dawn Servant! Long live Tuliolal!
Growing up in this city, I used to think I knew all there was to know about Tuliolal. But my journey showed me how much I had yet to learn about the cultures, histories, and aspirations of this nation. Through the time-honored Ihana, the Hanuhanu taught me how they nourish and cultivate both the land and their bonds with visitors. And with their alpacas and tradecraft, the Pelupelu showed me the depths of their patience and fortitude, to know when to push through and when not to push your luck. From the Moblins and their artisans, I gained insight into the power of creativity, that it is when we are filled with passion and bolstered by the support of others that we produce our best works. And in Kozamauka, I was moved by the history and hopes of the Yokhui, who believe that death isn't the end, that we live on so long as we're remembered. I felt joy and harmony in Yaktel when I tasted Shebruk Pibil, the dish that marked the beginning of peace between the Shebral and Mamurja after centuries of warfare. And I felt sorrow in Mamuk when I met with those who placed their faith in the promise of blessed siblings, and for this were burdened with great suffering. Through the understanding we forged, I'm hopeful that they will find what they seek through friendship and community, for we are all Turali.
Understanding with Mamuk? What sorcery did she use on them?
No.
All of which is to say that, as I've come to know our nation, I've seen the ways in which we thrive, and the ways in which we still struggle. Some in Kozamauka must resort to banditry to survive. A faction of Yokhui still cling to dreams of conquest. Not everyone lives in peace and plenty. And there's still so much of Tuliolal I don't know. Places I haven't seen, and people I haven't met. That's why I hope to keep learning about and from you, that we might build a nation where everyone knows happiness. Because if there's one thing my journey has taught me, It's that your happiness is my happiness.
New song.
I say mine, but the Dawn Servant doesn't need to be a single person, does it?
Oh dear. What is she doing?
Yeah.
Superhero landing.
My father led Tulihiolau to prosperity by the resolve and reason of his two heads.
Oh, I know what she's doing.
But my one head can only get us so far. To further change our nation for the better, I'll need someone else. Someone with the knowledge and insight that I lack. So what do you say? Be Dawn Servant with me, Kona.
Yep. Yep.
Lamachi, are you certain?
Absolutely. You take reason, and I take resolve. Together, we make a full Dawn Servant.
You'll have no objections from me, of course. But mine is not the approval you need.
During my time abroad, I experienced the benefits of foreign technologies, some of which I introduced to our nation. Dirigibles now soar the sky in the south, while locomotives traverse the land in the north. I was convinced that by imitating foreign powers, we could assert our strength and thereby deter invasion. Yet despite my intentions, I failed to understand what I was too eager to cast aside, and the very people I wish to protect. My own journey has taught me that culture isn't a hindrance to progress, but a shared value that binds us, connecting lives and generations. With your blessing, I vow to help Tuli Yolal prosper in a way that honors the hopes and heritage of all her peoples. My esteemed predecessor would accept nothing less. For ultimately, I harbor the same wish as my sister. To give you cause to smile. That is my heartfelt desire.
Glad this didn't go to waste. This is the Lay of Legacy, the part of the Tulihyola saga where you and I become the next Dawn servant.
Good heavens! Don't tell me this is what kept you so busy ahead of the ceremony.
Yeah.
Just so you know, I didn't decide this on a whim. After reflecting on all we've been through, I realized it was the only answer.
With this, both my brother and I have worthy successors. He would have been proud. Of course you knew. It's been 3 years since my brother left us.
It cannot be. The head of reason is no longer with us.
Oh, tragic tidings.
I didn't want to believe it.
I'm sorry I never told you. We wanted the people to rest easy until our successor could be chosen. Planning the right was my brother's final duty. He was determined for it to serve the nation's best interests, and labored nigh without cease. And then he died, forcing me to do the actual work. A sneaky bastard. But he did well. I have to give him that. The outcome speaks for itself. Though not quite to the original script, your new Dawn servant rises. May they shine resplendent, and their rule bring light ever greater to Tuliolol.
I'm not even gonna think about the ramifications of how that works, but was definitely curious, and that explains that. The head of reason was very wise indeed to devise something so elaborate and meaningful as the rite of succession. It is a shame you could not be here to bear witness to the end. A bittersweet celebration for sure, but I'm glad Bookmarks finally got the recognition she deserves. She might have told someone what she was planning. Bookmarks does not act without the best interests of her people in mind. Could have told someone. Yeah. Bookmarks was brilliant up there, wasn't she? The part with the second promise was surprising, but between the two of them, I dare say our new Dawn servants will be capable of anything. The future of Tuliholal is bright indeed. Cutscene? Yeah, I figured. They did say several. Earlier in Yaktel. It's that merchant guy? The weaver we met earlier?
Change is in the air, and it's all because of our little firebrand. Every Ilmer father's daughter, that one. I'll be watching where you steer this nation, lass. With what time I've got left.
All right, what's the first promise up to? Because that's probably has something to do with it. I'd imagine that's who that was. I do imagine that might have been who that was. All right. That's a good place to stop for this chapter. That was only 2 quests, but that was 2 quests, took an hour and a half. If you've been watching live, there will be more. If you've been watching on the archive, thank you as well for watching there. There's plenty more if you want to watch other videos like Final Fantasy XVI and 7 Remake and 7 Rebirth, including the hard mode Platinum Trophy experience, which, as well as lots and lots of others. But thank you for watching regardless. I will see you in the next one. Medica 3! Yo! One more time. Yo. Ah. Hmm.